Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone doing well. Jumping at a scary scene in a horror movie is one thing, but psychological thrillers are all about messing with your mind, and that's a totally different ballgame. Alfred Hitchcock, one of the most notable psychological thriller filmmakers of all time, described the genre perfectly. There is a distinct difference between suspense and surprise, and yet many pictures continually confuse the two. Albert's cup of tea, of course, was his ability to keep everyone on their toes. That said, he certainly isn't the only one who has mastered the art of suspense over time. Directors Jordan Peele, Martin Scorsese and David Fincher have also created equally stirring films full of unexpected plot lines and untrustworthy characters. Whether you're an avid psychological thriller fan or trying to find a mind-bending flick to watch leading up to Halloween, we've got a complete list of the best hair-raising films the genre has to offer. Chances are, you'll feel inclined to double-check your door locks after watching these. Oh yes, and beware. Twisted nightmares are almost a guarantee. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for notification. At number 10 we have The Girl on the Train. The film stars Emily Blunt, Rebecca Ferguson, Haley Bennett, Justin Theroux, Luke Evans, Allison Janney, Edgar Ramirez, and Lisa Kudrow. It was directed by Tate Taylor and was released in 2016. The film follows an alcoholic divorcee named Rachel who becomes involved in a missing persons investigation. Every day on her commute, Rachel Watson, played by Emily Blunt, catches glimpses of a picture-perfect couple from her window. Then, out of the blue, the woman goes missing, and Rachel finds herself in the center of a missing person investigation that seems to grow more complicated by the second. This film is based on British author Paul Hawkins' popular 2015 debut novel of the same name. At number 9 we have Black Swan. It stars Natalie Portman, Vincent Cassel, Mila Kunis, Barbara Hershey, and Winona Ryder. The plot revolves around a production of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake Ballet by the New York City Ballet Company. The production requires a ballerina to play the innocent and fragile white swan, for which the committed dancer Nina, played by Portman, is a perfect fit, as well as the dark and sensual black swan, which are qualities better embodied by the new rival Lily, played by Kunis. Nina is overwhelmed by a feeling of immense pressure when she finds herself competing for the part, causing her to lose her tenuous grip on reality and descend into madness. On January 25, 2011, the film was nominated for 5 Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Cinematography, and Best Film Editing, and won one for Portman's performance. At number 8 we have American Psycho. It stars Christian Bale, Willem Dafoe, Jared Leto, Josh Lucas, Chloe Sevigny, Samantha Mathis, Cara Seymour, Justin Theroux, Guinevere Turner, Reggie Cathy, and Reese Witherspoon. It was directed by Mary Herron, based on Bret Easton Ellis's 1991 novel of the same name. Set in the 1980s, the film focuses on the actions of Patrick Bateman, the self-proclaimed American Psycho of the title. While at first glance Bateman is a yuppie New York City investment banker, he is gradually revealed to be living a psychotic, gruesome second life as a serial killer preying on prostitutes, work colleagues, and finally random members of the public. The film was a financial success and received generally positive reviews, with particular praise for both Bale's performance and the screenplay. At number 7 we have US. It stars Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, Elizabeth Moss, and Tim Heidecker. It was directed by Jordan Peele. The film follows Adelaide, played by Lupita Nyong'o, and her worst fears become a reality, and when a group of attackers shows up at her family's beachfront house one night. Things get even creepier when Adelaide and her family learn that each attacker resembles one of them. It was a critical and commercial success, grossing $255 million worldwide against a budget of $20 million, and received praise for Peele's screenplay and direction, as well as the musical score and Nyong'o's performance. At number 6 we have Misery. It stars James Caan, Kathy Bates, Lauren Bacall, Richard Farnsworth, and Frances Sternhagen. It was directed by Rob Reiner, based on Stephen King's 1987 novel of the same name. A novelist named Paul, played by James Caan, gets in a severe car crash and winds up being rescued by Annie, played by Kathy Bates, a former nurse. But when she learns that Paul has been killing off her favorite character in his books, she does not take it well, to say the very least. Get ready for gut-wrenching twists and horrifying scenes with a sledgehammer. The film was released on November 30, 1990, in the United States. It received highly positive reviews and was a box office success. Bates' performance drew widespread praise from critics and won her the Academy Award for Best Actress at the 63rd Academy Awards, making Misery the only film based on a Stephen King novel to win an Oscar. King himself has stated that Misery is one of his top 10 favorite film adaptations. Before we continue, if you're a vivid reader, please check out the novel A Stranger Is Following Me. It is a psychological thriller by Sunil Vaishnava. It follows the story of a middle-aged man who had been suffering from dream anxiety disorder. Every time he goes to sleep he feels someone is following him. I'll leave the link in the description below. Please check it out and let me know what you feel about the book. At number 5 we have The Shining. It stars Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, Scatman Crothers, and Danny Lloyd. It was directed by Stanley Kubrick and co-written with novelist Diane Johnson. The film is based on Stephen King's 1977 novel of the same name. The film's central character is Jack Torrance, an aspiring writer and recovering alcoholic who accepts a position as the off-season caretaker of the isolated historic Overlook Hotel in the Colorado Rockies. Wintering over with Jack are his wife, Wendy Torrance, and young son, Danny Torrance. Danny is gifted with the shining, psychic abilities that enable him to see into the hotel's horrific past. The film was released in the United States on May 23, 1980, and in the United Kingdom on October 2, 1980, by Warner Bros. There were several versions for theatrical releases, each of which was cut shorter than the one preceding it. About 27 minutes were cut in total. Reactions to the film at the time of its release were mixed. Stephen King criticized the film due to its deviations from the novel. Critical opinion has become more favorable, with the film now widely considered one of the greatest horror films ever made and a staple of pop culture. At number 4 we have Cape Fear. It stars Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, Joe Don Baker, Juliette Lewis, Robert Mitchum, and Gregory Peck. It was directed by Martin Scorsese as a remake of the 1962 film of the same name, which was based on John D. MacDonald's 1957 novel. The film tells the story of a convicted rapist who, mostly by using his newfound knowledge of the law and its numerous loopholes, seeks vengeance against a former public defender whom he blames for his 14-year imprisonment because of the purposefully faulty defense tactics used during his trial. Cape Fear marks the 7th collaboration between Scorsese and De Niro. The film was a commercial success and garnered positive reviews, receiving Oscar and Golden Globe Award nominations for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actress. At number 3 we have Ma. It stars Octavia Spencer, Juliette Lewis, Diana Silvers, Corey Fagelmanis, and Luke Evans. It was directed by Tate Taylor. The film follows an outcast woman named Swan who suddenly finds herself becoming friends with a group of teenagers and agrees to let them a party in her basement. But things start happening that make the teens question her hospitality and reconsider their friendship. It received mixed reviews from critics who praised Spencer's performance but criticized the pacing and the script's handling of the teenage characters and said the film did not take full advantage of its compelling premise. Nevertheless, the film was a commercial success. The film has also gained a cult following on social media. At number 2 we have Vertigo. It stars James Stewart and Kim Novak. It was directed and produced by Alfred Hitchcock. The story was based on the 1954 novel From Among the Dead by Boylo Narcejac. The story is about a former police detective John Scotty Ferguson. Scotty is forced into early retirement because an incident in the line of duty has caused him to develop acrophobia, which extreme fear of heights, and vertigo, which means a false sense of rotational movement. Scotty is hired by an acquaintance, Gavin Elster, as a private investigator to follow Gavin's wife Madeline, who is behaving strangely. Vertigo received mixed reviews upon initial release but is now often cited as a classic Hitchcock film and one of the defining works of his career. Attracting significant scholarly criticism, it replaced Citizen Kane as the greatest film ever made in the 2012 British Film Institute Sight and Sound Critics poll. The film is often included in the list of greatest films ever made. It has appeared repeatedly in polls of the best films by the American Film Institute, including a 2007 ranking as the 9th greatest American movie of all time. In 1996, the film underwent a major restoration to create a new 70mm print and DTS soundtrack. At number 1 we have Joker. It stars Joaquin Phoenix, Robert De Niro, and Zazie Beetz. The film directed and produced by Todd Phillips. The film, based on DC Comics character, the Joker, and provides an alternative origin story for the character. Set in 1981, it follows Arthur Fleck, a failed clown and stand-up comedian whose descent into insanity and nihilism inspires a violent counter-cultural revolution against the wealthy in a decaying Gotham City. The film experienced a polarized critical reception. While Phoenix's performance, the musical score, and the cinematography were praised, the dark tone, portrayal of mental illness, and handling of violence divided opinions and generated concerns of inspiring real-life violence. Despite this, Joker became a major box office success and set records for an October release. Although it divided the critics, Joker was widely considered to be one of the best films of 2019 by the general public on several movie rating websites. Joker received numerous accolades. At the 92nd Academy Awards, the film earned a leading 11 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay, winning Best Actor for Phoenix, who became the second actor to win an Oscar for portraying the Joker following Heath Ledger in 2009, and Best Original Score for Hildur Gudnadottir. Phoenix and Gudnadottir also won at the Golden Globe and BAFTA Awards ceremonies. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, take care, bye.